Good morning. Glad to have you all here. It's a very, very busy week on Capitol Hill, as you know. We had a great boost of excitement in the Republican conference meeting this morning. We welcomed our two new members from Florida. We were delighted to win those seats handily, and so Congressman Jimmy Patronis and Randy Fine join us. We got them on their committees, and they are joining the team. That team is going to be very busy, as you heard, the recount of sort of what we're going to be working on over the next few days here. Between now and Thursday, the House is going to pass some really important legislation. We'll ensure that only American citizens decide American elections, as you heard. We're going to prevent activist judges from issuing these unconstitutional nationwide injunctions and legislating from the bench, which has become a real problem. And we're going to roll back two burdensome Biden-era CFPB rules. This is all common sense issues, and they're things that make sense to the American people. Let me talk about the SAVE Act very briefly. You've heard some about this already. Polling shows that nearly 90% of the American people believe that proof of citizenship should be required to vote. There are few issues in American politics that enjoy that level of bipartisan support. This should pass with a massive bipartisan margin, but watch, it won't. The Democrats are contorting themselves into a pretzel, trying to justify some sort of vote against this. Last year, they argued we were too close to a federal election to make voting changes. And then they said that non-citizens don't actually vote. And then they said the SAVE Act will somehow result in voter suppression. All that was total nonsense. Now they're claiming that the SAVE Act disenfranchises married women who change their last names. I mean, it's absurd. What they're trying to do is protect the ability of non-citizens to participate in our elections. Plain and simple, that's what this is about. And we know it's a crisis because the last administration, as we all well know, opened the border wide, and we had, by some counts, 20 million illegal aliens come into the country, right? There's no mechanism in federal law, in current law, that requires states to prove citizenship. So even though it is currently against the law, only U.S. citizens should decide U.S. elections, there's no way to make sure that's actually happening. So the SAVE Act is so critically important. It follows common sense, and the American people are with us. The Democrats, I predict, will not be, and they're going to have to answer for that. Let me talk about reconciliation. You heard a lot about this. This is the mechanism that we have to advance the Trump agenda in a big way and deliver results to the American people, all those who voted for these big changes. And this week, we're working in the House to advance the Senate's amendment to our budget resolution, as you know. Just to recount this, we've been working on this for over a year. We started this process well before most of the people in this room agreed with us that we would have this moment of unified government where we would have Republican majorities in the House and Senate, and of course the White House as well. And so we started that process. I want to make 4 important points about the Senate's amendment to our House resolution. Number 1, the budget resolution is not the law. Okay, all this does is it allows us to continue the process, begin drafting the actual legislation that really counts, and that's the one big beautiful bill. Number 2, the Senate amendment makes no changes to the reconciliation instructions that we put into the budget resolution. So our objectives remain intact. Number 3, any final reconciliation bill has to include historic spending reductions that we included in our resolution, while also safeguarding essential programs. And you've heard a commitment from us over and over that that will happen, and the President has said it himself over and over as well. The 4th point is that reconciliation will be a collaborative process between the House and Senate. You're going to see the Republican Party and both chambers working together as one team. I know that's a rare occasion, and people don't really know what that looks like, but we're actually going to do it this time. The House is not going to participate in an us versus them charade. We won't do it. To secure and accomplish our mission, we got to be working together and rowing in the same direction, and I'm fiercely committed to doing that, and so is Leader Thune and our members on both sides. Passing this amendment just allows us to get off the sidelines and get on the field and start this game. It's the kickoff, so to speak, with one of my football metaphors, and we got to get this done. Republicans have an historic, once-in-a-generation opportunity to deliver relief to hardworking families and set our country back on the path of prosperity. The American people desperately need us to take this action, and we will. As we wrote in a letter to our conference this weekend, time really is of the essence. There's a lot of pressure points that are outside of our control but are forcing this action. We're months away from the ex-date on the debt limit.
All right, listening in there to House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Information.
truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.